OU has their own main fan page. Each college has their own fan page. But now, you're starting to really, if you're going to start breaking up things into really specific segments, you're starting to look at some headaches with managing all these different pages. I'm always a big fan of keeping it kind of under an umbrella. Again, though, it is very specific to who your audience is and what their needs are. So I don't really have a real solution. That's kind of an internal thing that you want to talk about. Do we have enough people to execute and implement all these different strategies? It can become kind of overwhelming. So it's kind of an internal thing. Sorry, I don't have a direct answer. What else did we talk about? Anything else exciting?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you have any tips for encouraging the feedback, the way that you write your posts or things like that get somebody to talk back to you?
Perfect. The question is, how do you encourage feedback? One thing I would recommend is just study, do a little bit of reading on content marketing, of how do you really facilitate that conversation. First, I would say, look at your current posts. So look at the analytics of the posts that I have already put out there. What are things that people liked, commented, and shared? That's a great start to look at. Facebook has all these different things like Facebook polls. I think one of the agencies had flagged it to the top that I really liked. And they were encouraging people to click, hey, which is the biggest challenge for you? Ultimately, that's the challenge, is figuring out what is your specific audience like and what are they engaging in. You just have to do a little bit of research and seeing what's working and what's not. A lot of times what's not working is the better question.
Why should somebody come to the Noble Foundation Facebook page as opposed to our website or vice versa?
Great question. Why not? I would say my answer is Facebook's more engaging. It's more conversational. Your website, I would say, is the hub. Most companies, the hub is going to be the heart of all their marketing. So a lot of times they'll even be taking people from their fan page to the website. You get a sentence on Facebook. On your web page, you can write pages upon pages of content. So it's a great way to just feature little snippets, get them interested, get them to spark to, hey, I actually do want to learn more. Link, boom. Now they can find it. I'm going to go here and then.
My question is kind of like Jason's down there, and this may just be too huge to do, but say, for example, somebody just Googled Oklahoma Natural Resource Management. Is there a way to set up a Facebook page with links to all of us that are here, so that they, rather than Google something and it brings up this long list that you've got to sort through?
Okay, the question is, if someone searches a certain key term or key phrase, Oklahoma Natural Resources Management Group.
Or not group,
or
just natural
perfect.
resource management.
What Google finds is very complex, and we'll be talking about search engine optimization, of how you optimize your website, your social media to pop up highest.
But can you put all that under one Facebook page with links to all of us?
You could. A really good example, I think, was Harvard University. They had a main central hub for Facebook, and it said, we have 100 Facebook fan pages. Where are you trying to go? And then they directed you to a specific thing. That's very, very high level. And to optimize over a .gov website and all the pages that are out there, it's going to be next to impossible.
Even if each agency or each entity took care of their own Facebook page?
It would be a massive undertaking. It would be a massive undertaking. It can be done, but it would be a massive undertaking. One more. Do we have?
I was just find the Noble's Facebook page right now. But the question you asked is, as a person who doesn't know a lot about
111,
and
just
got
thirds.
to hear remarks today, I can think of like 5 million ways we want Facebook. But I'm not going to go to your website, but I might take those quick blurbs and say, "Did you know Noble does this? Click here to learn more." I didn't know that. I didn't know you had the education things you're talking about. I just know from the way we consume information now, I think there's a million ways. I think sometimes we're too close to see it. I think sometimes we're too close to our own agencies to know what people who have no clue what we're doing
I love that.
get intrigued by.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I'm a little bit reversed. I'm pretty familiar with your website, and so I know exactly where to go though on your website when I need to find out, are we in a burn ban or what new seedlings are available.
Thank you very much. A lot of times I run into this every single day. You're too much of an expert for your own industry. Like you just had some long key phrase. This is why analytics is so important. I, as a potential consumer, may be typing in something completely not relevant to, keywords are completely not relevant to what you think that you do, but that's my understanding. So understanding that is really important. For the sake of saving some time, because I would like to cover a lot more in the next time that we have left, I'm going to skip over Facebook advertising. Know that you can do Facebook ads. They're highly effective and highly targeted. Yes, you can actually put out a Facebook ad for male in his late 20s that loves Okie noodling, snowboarding, and listens to the Beatles. You can make an ad, and it will say there are 16 people in your targeted area. It's very effective, and we'll talk about that if an agency is very interested in doing Facebook ads. All right. Let's move on to Twitter. We're going to hammer this section out very quickly. You've all just been handed out some cheat sheets on the survey. A lot of people asked. There was like 20 people. Was asking basically about basic terminology. Thank you so much. This has some of the basic terminology. I will let you read that on your own. Let's just have some fun with some Twitter statistics. Everyone's heard of Twitter. Not everyone's using it. Remember before, 152 million Facebook users. 9% of those people are using Twitter. So I'm telling you this because I know more agencies are approved to be on Twitter. However, the audience generally is on Facebook. So just be aware where you're spending your time. Twitter is a very niche market. More educated and higher incomes are on Twitter. Just a couple more things. A lot of the Twitter accounts are not active. But the people that do are technology savvy. They're more educated. They have got higher incomes. Just wanted to show you guys a couple of different things there. Okay, Twitter. We're going to hammer out some things. People that I really enjoyed. There's Brian. He and I have been tweeting all day together, and I told him, yeah, here he is. He's ready to learn at me. So this is a great way he can mention me on Twitter. He does a fantastic job. What I really like about what they've done here is they have branded Brian kind of as this person to go to for this agency. If you're on Twitter, you have a face. Okay, you're not talking to some logo. You actually have a face of someone that you can contact, and he is that face. I love this example of what he's done. I would highly recommend, if you want to learn more about how to use it effectively, I would recommend talking with Brian. I really do. He's done a really good job here. I wanted to point out. Okay, that was good. Let's see. Another great example. Closed on some of these. Ron Hayes, is he in here? No, he's not here? Again, I really liked what he had going on. Oklahoma Forestry Services, I really like what they've got. Great branded. They've done a really good job of branding. One recommendation I would say for them is to follow some people back. You see they've got 2,000 followers and a lot less following. They're following. Follow back, because there is one personalized thing that you can do on Twitter. You can send a direct message, a DM, so it's private. That's one of the nice benefits of following people back, is that you do have the ability to communicate on a one-to-one basis. Okay, on the survey, how do you follow people? Great idea. Okay, so we've got a lot of agencies on Twitter. How do you increase the number of people that are following you? One idea would be to go on to the other agencies that are here, click on their followers, and just start following, click, 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 the people that they like. Since they're already following the Oklahoma Forestry Service, they may also be interested in your service. So a great way to increase, like 10,000 people that you can follow. Just go to all the other agencies, because they're pretty related, and start trying to follow them and communicate with them. Any questions on that? Again, how to get people to follow you. Make sure that it is integrated, that all your marketing is like an ecosystem. Make sure that it's all working and talking and networking together. Make sure that when your email campaigns go out, that you mention that you're on Twitter, or exclusive information for Twitter people only. It's a great way to get people to say, well, what do they give their Twitter followers? Instant communication, whatever that is. A great way to build that number of people.
One thing, I didn't do it on forestry, obviously, because we're not following very many, but in my other life, I have another business, and I signed up for the auto follow, and so everyone who follows me, they get an automatic, I know it's not real personal, but in your business with you.
Yeah.
So it just turns around and follows them automatically and sends them a personal message that says, thank you so much for following, we're following you, and so on.
It's a You know what? It's a great way. What she said, auto follow.
Yeah, some kind of auto follow. When I signed up for Twitter, it asked if I wanted to do it.
Yeah, so right when someone follows you, it sends them an automatic message that says, hey, thanks so much for following us. Have some call to action. Learn more about the agency here. Click to the website. Always have that call to action. So great way. Thank you very much. That's a great strategy. Okay, we talked about this now. Hootsuite, a great application to schedule your post in the future. Think about using an application like that. Get those tweets approved, and then schedule those Tuesday tips for the rest of the year. Go ahead.
Well, I started a Twitter page for our agency probably 6 months ago or something, and I've been very careful about who we follow. I think it's very important that an agency be very careful and only follow appropriate entities.
Perfect.
And I've had a number of people that have followed us purely for the reason of trying to, that I might follow them back. People that aren't even speaking English.
Yep.
Or have inappropriate language or this and that. So I don't follow back just because somebody's following us. I don't necessarily follow it back.
The kind of comment he said is sometimes there's spam on Twitter. There's a lot of spam accounts for just different inappropriate things, and filtering that out. Actually, on my LinkedIn or on my Twitter account, I actually lock it. I protect my tweets. I don't let other people see it. I've unlocked it today. while we're at this presentation, so you can send me messages or follow me. But yes, I am very strict about that. And you should be as well, of the people that you do follow back, making sure that they are indeed human and they've got good intentions.
Well, I've seen some Twitter accounts where they have their account locked down where you can't follow them, you send a request, and then they either allow you or don't allow you. And do you recommend that?
To lock it,
Yeah.
to put privacy.
The whole idea is I want the public to see it so I can drive them back to our webpage. And that's why I've avoided logging it, but rather act responsibly.
It's kind of on an individual basis. You're going to need to determine, hey, how open do you want to be? You know, like for Brian, for example, and maybe you can touch upon that. Social media, it blurs the lines of your personal and professional life. There's no doubt about that. It removes that line unless you are very, very good at setting privacy settings. You know, like, so I don't know. Do you want to say anything about that? Because you are the face.
For what I do, at least on my first background, I'll say our department, the Technical Science Department in Ocean, we have 5 on Twitter, 5 YouTube accounts. I have Facebook for the MDK, which is OSU underscore MDK, which is everything I do under. But I also link my tweets on my personal page, because you can link Twitter with Facebook. I don't go the other way. I do not do.
You can do both. Yep.
I do Twitter, but I will do Twitter to my personal Facebook because of the fact that only 10% or 9% are on Twitter and the rest are on Facebook. As far as people following me, I don't care who they are. If they're trying to, if it's a scam, they're going to drop off with the data to follow me. They're not going to retweet anything. Everything that I tweet will be sent out. I don't care who it goes to. It's tweeted to be public information, public knowledge. So if they follow me as trying to get me to buy something or spam, I don't care. I'm not going to follow them.
Great.
If you'll see, I have about 300 followers, and I follow about 250. Those that are relevant to me. And the best thing is I go to Jason's Twitter. I look see who he's following and who's following him, and then I follow some K-State extension, some Colorado State extension folks. I go to their Twitter page, see who they
Go
follow.
State. Woo, Colorado State. Thanks.
So, and I follow them. I pick up, if you follow responsibly, for every person you follow, you'll probably pick up 4 or 5 additional to that. That's the best way that I've seen to expand is by following selected groups. Oklahoma Wheat Commission.
Great.
Noble Foundation. I follow Noble. I follow Conservation. I follow all the groups, and they get blast out. Ron Hayes. If you get Ron Hayes to like you, holy moly. You have one retweet by Ron Hayes, you pick up 20.
See, getting those influential people online. Thank you so much. That's really good. You mentioned a couple of things here, just different applications that can have access to your Twitter account. You know, sometimes you got to come in here and clean this up, but you know, like Words with Friends, I log in through Twitter. It's really nice of just all these different applications that integrate with Twitter. You can have your Twitter post onto your fan page. You can have Twitter post onto your LinkedIn page. You can integrate all these applications to make your life a little bit easier. So again, it's something that you need to determine if that's appropriate for you by integrating those applications and making it a little bit easier for you. I'm going to move on to websites because I want you guys to have this very, very powerful resource. If you are on a computer, I just want you to search website grader. Top hit, marketinggrader.com. Actually, I'm sorry, marketing.grader.com. My apologies. I have run an analysis on every single one of your websites. It is going to generate the most massive list of things that you can do to make your website more effective. This is free to use from a company called HubSpot, who I absolutely adore. I hope they're watching this today. They provide a ton of resources all about inbound marketing and how to make your message more effective. So I'm going to click through here. Actually, quick poll. How many people do not have a website for their agency? Is there anyone here that doesn't have a website? You have one. I ran a report on it.